Good morning. In previous lecture, we learned congruence of triangles and two criteria for congruence of triangles. First criteria, that is SAS congruence rule. Two triangles are said to be congruent if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and included angle of other triangle. Another criteria we learned, that is ASA congruence rule. Two triangles are said to be congruent if two angles and included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and included side of other triangle. As a part of this congruence rule, we have one more congruence rule, that is AAS congruence rule. Two triangles are said to be congruent if two angles and a side of one triangle are equal to two angles and a side of other triangle. Here it is not necessary in this congruence rule that the side should be the included side of the given two angles. Using these criteria, let's solve few example. Example number 1. AB is a line segment and line L is a perpendicular bisector of AB. If a point P lies on L, then show that P is equidistant from A and B. Let's see the figure. Yes, you can see in the figure that line L is perpendicular to AB and P is a point on line L. For solution, let's see first the given. It is given that line L is a perpendicular bisector of AB. Bisector means it divides the given line into two equal parts. You can see in the figure line L is a perpendicular bisector of AB. Therefore, we will get AC equal to BC because line L divides AB into two equal parts. So, we get AC equal to BC. So, we write therefore AC equal to BC since C is the midpoint of AB. We have to prove P is equidistant from A and B. This we have to prove. That is what we have to prove, that P is equidistant from A and B means PA equal to PB. This we have to prove. Let's see the solution ahead. Proof. Since L is a perpendicular bisector of AB, therefore angle ACP equal to angle BCP equal to 90 degree. Let it be number 1. You can see in the figure that as line L is perpendicular to AB, angle ACP will be equal to angle BCP and both will be 90 degree. Since L is perpendicular bisector means we will get both the angles as 90 degree. So in triangle PCA and triangle PCB, angle ACP equal to angle BCP from 1. We have seen that both the angles are equal, that is both are 90 degree. Next we have AC equal to BC. This is already given. And third we have PC equal to CP. This is the common side of both the triangles. Let's once see in the figure. Yes, in triangle PCA, this is our triangle PCA and triangle PCB. We have AC equal to BC. This is given. Angle ACP equal to angle BCP. Both are 90 degree. And this is our common side of both the triangles, that is PC equal to CP. So, according to SAS congruence rule, we have both these triangles congruent. That is, triangle PCA congruent to triangle PCP. You can see side, angle and side. Therefore, triangle PCA congruent to triangle PCB according to SAS congruence rule. Then PA equal to PB. This is CP-CT, corresponding part of congruent triangles. Hence, proved. Next example, example number 2. In the given figure, AB is perpendicular to BE and FE is perpendicular to BE. If BC equal to DE and AB equal to EF, then prove that triangle ABD congruent to triangle FEC. Let's see the figure. For solution, given in triangle ABD and triangle FEC, we have been given two triangles ABD. This is our triangle 1. Another triangle is FEC. In these two triangles, it is given AB perpendicular to BE. Similarly, it is given in the another triangle FE perpendicular to BE. And further, it is also given that BC equal to DE. This BC is equal to DE and AB equal to EF. This is already given in the question. What we have to prove? To prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle FEC. Proof. In triangle ABD and triangle FEC, AB equal to FE. This is already given. BC equal to DE. This is also given. Now, we add CD on both the sides of the given, that is BC plus CD equal to DE plus CD. We will get BD equal to EC. Let's once check in the figure that if we add BC with CD, we get BD, and when we add DE plus CD, we get EC. Yes, you can see in the figure that when we add CD and BC, we will get this whole line BD. Similarly, when we add CD with ED, we will get this whole line EC. Next, we have angle ABD equal to angle FEC, each 90 degree because AB is perpendicular to BE and FE is perpendicular to BE. So in triangle ABD and triangle FEC, we have proved three things. This is our triangle ABD. This is our triangle FEC. We have proved three things. Already it is given AB equal to EF. This is given. We have proved this whole BD equal to EC. This we have proved. And third thing, already a triangle ABD equal to triangle FEC because both are 90 degree, as AB is perpendicular to BE, also FE is perpendicular to BE. So both we are getting as 90 degree. So again we can fulfill the criteria of SAS, that is side, angle and side. So according to SAS congruence rule, triangle ABD will be congruent to triangle FEC. Therefore, triangle ABD congruent to triangle FEC according to SAS congruence rule. Hence, proved. Example number 3. If the altitudes AD, BE and CF of a triangle ABC are equal, then prove that triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Yes, let's see the figure. In figure, it is given that the three altitudes, that is AD, BE and CF. These are the three altitudes from the three vertices are equal. And we have to prove that the given triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all the three sides should be equal. That is, we have to prove AB equal to BC equal to CA. Let's see the given. For solution, it is given in triangle ABC altitudes are equal, that is AD equal to BE equal to CF. These three altitudes are equal. AD, BE and EF. These three altitudes are equal. We have to prove that triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. That is AB equal to BC equal to CA. Proof. In triangle ADC and triangle BEC, angle ADC equal to angle BEC, each 90 degree. Another, angle ACD equal to angle BCE. This is common. Angle C is common in both the triangles. And third is AD equal to BE. This is given. Let's see in the figure these three parts of the both the triangles. Yes, in figure we have selected two triangles, that is triangle ADC. This is our first triangle, and another triangle we have selected as BCE. This is our another triangle. These two triangles we have selected. Now in these two triangles we have angle ADC. This is, as it is altitude, we have 90 degree equal to angle BEC. This is also altitude, so it will be also 90 degree. Both are 90 degree. Another thing we have taken as angle ACD. This is our angle ACD equal to angle BCE. This is again BCE. So we have taken this as common angle between both the two triangles. And third, it has been already given that altitudes are equal, so AD equal to BE. So these three parts of the triangle are equal. Therefore, according to AS congruence rule, we have triangle ADC congruent to triangle BEC according to AS congruence rule. Then AC equal to BC. Why? Because this is CPCT, corresponding part of the congruent triangles. These two triangles ADC and BEC are congruent, so AC and BC are the corresponding parts of these two triangles which will be equal. Similarly, we can prove that triangle ADB congruent to triangle CFB. According to AS congruence rule, we can prove this. So again we will get CPCT as AB equal to CB. This will get as the CPCT of another proof. From equation 1 and 2, we get AB equal to BC equal to AC. Hence, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Hence, proved. Next question. In a quadrilateral ABCD, perpendiculars BM and DN are drawn to AC such that BM equal to DN. If BR equal to 8 cm, then find the length of BD. Let's see the figure. It is given that ABCD is a quadrilateral in which altitudes are drawn on AC. DN is altitude on AC and BM is also an altitude on AC. These two, DN and BM, are the altitudes which are given as equal. And the length of this BR is given, 8 cm, and we have to find the length of whole BD. Let's see the solution. In triangle DNR and triangle BMR, you can see the two slim triangles inside, that is DNR and BMR. DN equal to BM, this is already given. Both the altitudes are equal, that is given in the question itself. Angle DNR equal to angle BMR, each 90 degree. Since DN is perpendicular to AC and BM is perpendicular to AC. And triangle DRN equal to triangle BRM because they are both vertically opposite angles. Therefore, triangle DNR is congruent to triangle BMR according to AS congruence rules. Let's once cross check in the figure. Yes, we have selected triangle D. This is our triangle DNR and this is our triangle BMR. These two triangles we have selected. Let me draw it neatly. D and R, and another triangle BMR. M R. These two triangles. In this already DN equal to BM is given. Then these both are 90 degree, that is angle DNR equal to angle BMR. Both are 90 degree as DN is perpendicular to AC and BM is also perpendicular to AC. And further third angle, that is angle DNR. This angle DRN equal to angle BRM. These both angles are equal because they form a pair of vertically opposite angles. Therefore, triangle DNR will be congruent to triangle BMR according to AS congruence rule. Now we get the CPCT of it as DR equal to BR. So this both will be equal. DR equal to BR. This is the CPCT of the both the congruent triangles. Now we multiply both the sides by 2. So we get twice DR equal to twice BR. But twice DR is nothing but BD. BD equal to twice BR. We put the value of BR, so we get BD equal to into 8, that is equal to 16 centimeter. As you can see in the figure, that when we multiply both the sides, this DR equal to BR by 2, we get 2 times DR equal to 2 times BR. But 2 times DR, this is DR, again if we take 2 times DR, it will become BD. This will become BD. So we write BD equal to 2 times BR. Already we are noting that BR is given as 8 centimeter. So again this is also 8 and this will be 2 times. So this will be also 8. So we will get whole BD as 16 centimeter. Next question. Line segment AB is parallel to another line segment CD. O is the midpoint of AD as shown in figure. Show that number 1, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle DOC, and number 2, O is also the midpoint of BC. Let's first see the figure for solution. For first we have to prove that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle DOC. Now you can see in triangle AOB, this is our triangle AOB and this is our triangle DOC. Yes, two triangles are given. What three parts equal we are getting, that we have to first find out in the figure. Let's see what is given equal. Angle ABO equal to angle DCO. These two triangles angles will be equal. Angle ABO of and angle DCO. Why? Because they are pair of alternate interior angles, because already it is given that AB is parallel to CD and BC will act as transversal. So we get angle ACO equal to angle DCO as the pair of alternate interior angles. Second part, that is angle AOB equal to angle DOC. Both are vertically pair of angles. So we get this both as equal, that is angle AOC equal to angle DOC. They are vertically opposite angles. So another part is this, and third part already it is given that O is the midpoint of AD. So we will get AO equal to DO. Yeah, you can write OA equal to OD, this thing. So three things we found equal, that is these two angles, this one angle, this angle, and this angle as the alternate interior angles. These are vertically opposite angles and these two sides are already given equal. Therefore, according to AS congruence rule, again triangle AOB is congruent to triangle DOC according to AS congruence rule. Second proof, since we have proved right now only that triangle AOB is congruent to triangle DOC, we get OB equal to OC. These two triangles are congruent, so we will get a CPCT OB equal to OC. So we write OB equal to OC as the CPCT. CPCT, there is corresponding part of congruent triangles. So O is the midpoint of BC. Hence proved. Thank you. Please note down all the examples in CW. Thank you.